A very good morning to all of you children. I hope all of you are safe and in good health and spirit. Now, when you all are going out, I hope you all are wearing your masks. And remember to wash your hands several times in the day and use a sanitizer. Because now this virus is not going to leave us soon. So we have to learn to live with it. And for that reason, we have to get used to mask, sanitizers and hand wash. Okay, now let's get back to our lessons. Today, English language class. So I am going to begin a new chapter, adjectives. Okay, now what is an adjective? You all have already learnt in class 5. It is a describing word. A word that describes a noun is called an adjective. Now, a noun can be a person, a place, an animal, or a thing. All these can be nouns. So, we come to know more about this noun through an adjective. So, we can say an adjective is a word used to add something to the meaning of a noun or a pronoun. Okay? So, in short, an adjective is a describing word. Now, suppose I say a tall boy, an intelligent boy, an honest boy, a polite boy, a lazy boy. Now, all these words, tall, intelligent, polite, lazy, honest, these are all telling us something more about the noun boy. So, they are describing words. So, they are adjectives. Now, if I say some food, several questions, 2 girls, 8 exercise, this tree, which building, my father. Now, some, several, 2, 8, this, which, my. They are also adjectives. Now, see, here a boy can be intelligent and honest, lazy, polite, rich, tall. Okay. So they are also adjectives. Again, we can say some, several, 2, 8, this, which, my. These words are also adjectives. So now we come to the point that adjective is a describing word, but there are many kinds of adjectives. So in this chapter, we are going to study about the different kinds of adjectives. Now, before coming to this point of different kinds of adjectives, we should know the placement of an adjective. Where is an adjective placed? Usually, an adjective is placed before a noun. Say if I say an easy question. Question is your noun. Easy tells us more about the question. So, easy is an adjective which is placed before the noun. A new design. Design is the noun. New is the adjective used to describe design. So here we are saying that the adjectives are placed before the nouns. But now if I say this question is easy. Easy is adjective, but here the noun is placed before the question and before the adjective, that is question is your noun. So the adjective is placed after the noun question. Or if I say that this design is new. Again the same thing, new is your adjective, but it is placed after the noun design. So we come to the conclusion that usually adjectives are placed before a noun, but it can also be placed after a noun. Okay? Now we come to the different kinds of adjectives. Now there are how many kinds of adjectives? Adjective of quality, adjective of quantity, adjective of number, demonstrative adjective, interrogative adjective and possessive adjective. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 kinds of adjective. Now when we ask a question, what kind of? Like I said, an easy question. What kind of question? Easy. So, when we get the answer to the question, what kind of? The answer that we get is adjective of quality. So, an adjective of quality describes the quality of a person or a thing. The teacher asked a difficult question. What kind of question? Difficult. Abdul Kalam was a beloved president. What kind of president? Beloved president. So an adjective of quality answers the question, what kind of? Now there can be proper adjectives also. For example, if I say Indian doctors enjoy a good reputation. What kind of doctors? Indian. Now Indian is a proper noun. So we will say proper adjectives. So an adjective derived from a proper noun is called a proper adjective. It comes under quality only, adjective of quality. Now if I say Chinese goods are exported globally. What kind of goods? Chinese. Even the word Chinese comes from a proper noun. So Indian, Chinese, these are called proper adjectives. Okay, so they come under the heading adjective of quality. Now we come to quantity. We have enough food for a month. How much food? Enough. We need some water also. How much water? Some water. The car gave me much trouble. How much trouble? Much trouble. So when we get the answer to the question how much, the answer that we get is adjective of quantity. It explains the quantity of the thing that we need or we are speaking about. Enough food, some water, much trouble. So an adjective of quantity answers the question how much. So an adjective of quantity specifies the quantity of a thing. How much? Isn't it? So adjective of quantity is identified by the answer to the question how much. Clear, children? Now we come to adjective of number. An adjective of number tells how many persons or things are meant. 5 passengers got into the bus. How many passengers? 5. Many friends helped him. How many friends? Many friends. He can speak several languages. How many languages? Several languages. So here, children, you are seeing that if I ask the question how many, you are getting the answers 5, many, several. So you can identify them as adjective of numbers. So it tells us how many things are meant. How many things or how many persons are meant. So we have learned adjective of quality, adjective of quantity and adjective of number. Now under number also, say if I say 5th, 6th, 1st, 2nd, these are known as ordinal numbers, isn't it? So like I said, for example, if I say the 3rd boy sitting there. Which boy? The 3rd boy. Okay, so I am using the word 3rd here. 3rd is an adjective. How many? Which boy? 3rd boy. So here the number is 3rd, but these are called ordinal numbers. So we can say, we can call them 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 10th, 11th. They are known as ordinal adjectives. So they are also answering the question how many. These adjectives are called adjectives of number only. But it is also known as ordinal adjectives. So it comes under adjective of number. Next we come to distributive adjective. An adjective which refers to each one of a number is called distributive adjective. This also comes under adjective of number. Say every child must be sent for a medical checkup. Neither candidate was found suitable. So distributive adjectives are a kind of adjective of number only. Each, every, are, or say neither, nor. These are neither candidate, each candidate, every person, each, every, neither, they are known as distributive adjective. They also come under adjective of number. Okay, so if you have to identify what kind of adjective they are distributive adjectives, but they are also adjective of number. It is a kind of adjective of number. Okay, now look at this one. Give the beggar some food. Now some here, how much food? Some food. The other question, some parents came to meet the principal. How many parents? Some parents. In the first sentence, how much food? That is adjective of quantity. But in the second sentence, some parents came to meet the principal. Here, how many? So it is adjective of number. So the same word some is used as an adjective of quantity, and it is also used as an adjective of number. So nouns can be countable as well as uncountable. Books are countable, but milk is uncountable. An adjective used with an uncountable noun is an adjective of quantity. An adjective used with a countable noun is adjective of noun. So we have to keep in mind that nouns can be both countable and uncountable. Like we said, some food. Now some here is adjective of quantity, but some persons, that is adjective of number. Things which can be counted will be adjective of, the adjective used for those things are adjective of number. But uncountable nouns, words associated with uncountable nouns, these adjectives are known as adjective of quantity. Say we have sufficient milk. How much milk? Sufficient. So sufficient is again adjective of quantity because milk is uncountable. We have sufficient books. Books is countable. So here sufficient will be adjective of number. Is it clear, children? Adjective of number and adjective of quantity. These two you have to remember that the same words can be used as an adjective of quantity as well as an adjective of number. Now we have to see whether the noun is countable or uncountable. In the case of uncountable nouns like water, food or milk, then adjective of quantity. And in the case of countable nouns, things which can be counted, we use adjective of number. Is it clear, children? Up to here, is it clear? Next we come to demonstrative adjective. A demonstrative adjective is used to point out some person or thing. See, if I say these walls need to be painted, such students always get good marks. A certain king was very kind. We are pointing out to the nouns. These walls. Which walls? These. I am demonstrating. I am pointing out. So these is a demonstrative adjective. Such students always get good marks. Which kind of students? Such students. I am pointing out to these students. So such is also a demonstrative adjective. A certain king was very kind. Certain. Here also I am pointing out. So when a demonstrative adjective is used to point out some person or thing. So when we are pointing out to some person or thing, this kind of adjective is known as demonstrative adjective. So for today we have learned how many kinds of adjective? Adjective of quantity, adjective of quality, adjective of number, and now demonstrative adjective. But under quality, adjective of quality, we also have learned proper adjectives. Under adjective of number, we have learned distributive adjective as well as ordinal adjectives. So children, go through these the kinds of adjectives, or what is an adjective, where is an adjective placed, the placement of adjectives, and the different kinds of adjectives. That is adjective of quality, proper adjective,